Mahaffey, and today I'm going to talk about autograph collecting, which is a very interesting and fascinating hobby. And with me today is Mr. Tim Law. Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Tim, can you give our audience today a brief history of how autograph collecting came about?
Autograph collecting goes as far back as the 16th century, but at that time people were known as philographers. A philographer is a person that collects signed documents from different people, where an autograph collector is a person that just goes for the signature alone.
Okay, well, how did you get started in this?
Well, I used to drive limousines for a company here in town, and we started working a few shows down at the Coliseum, and I thought it'd be interesting to start. I met people such as the Eagles, Joe Walsh and Don Henley, Glenn Fry, Don Felder, Timothy B. Schmidt, Rick Derringer, Steve Miller, Edgar Winter, Rick Wakeman, The Outlaws, Liberace, Eddie Money, Jimmy Lyons, James Brown.
Well, that's pretty nice. What do you need to get started in this, though?
Well, when you initially start, you have to have some imagination, a little creativity, and a lot of patience. Sometimes it takes a long time to get a response from somebody because these people are extremely busy. But if you are patient, they will answer you. Not 100%, but I'd say probably right around 65%.
Oh, okay. Well, how many do you have on you right now?
My collection is a little bit over 600 autographs.
How long have you been collecting?
Right around 4 years.
Okay, well, what does it take to collect so many?
Well, a good way is belonging to an autograph club. I myself am a member of the United Autograph Collectors Club. It's excellent because it gives you up-to-date information on what autographs to look for, what autographs to be aware of, because there's a lot of signatures that are not the actual autograph. But it keeps you informed on the up-to-date, and plus it gives you addresses to write to people, their home addresses, and other people that you may correspond with.
Oh, how did you first become a member of the UACC?
Well, I wrote to them, expressed my interest in autograph collecting, and for like $12 a year, you can become a member for your dues. But at least when you do belong to an autographers club, you know that you do have the actual authentic signature.
That sounds good. Can you give our viewers out there tonight any more helpful hints on how to collect autographs?
Well, you can write to them, such as through TV networks. If you see somebody on the Johnny Carson show, you can write to them, care of the Johnny Carson show, or if you see somebody on Good Morning America, you could write to them and they will forward their mail to them. Another good way is you could be trading, but if you're going to trade, I would suggest trade with somebody that you really know, or go through an autograph collectors club so you know that you do have the right signature. Also, you can buy them, and then the last but the most enjoyable way is collecting them on personal appearances. Say, for instance, if they're coming into town. Like a few that I've been on recently, Mike Schmidt was in town doing a promotion for Lee Jeans. Heather Thomas was in town at the Cavalcade Customs. It was nice meeting her.
It's a nice picture.
Lou Ferrigno was at the Cavalcade Customs last year. I was able to get a chance to meet him. Johnny Bench, who's just retired this year from baseball. And here was a nice person to meet, Candy Loving.
Okay, what other sources do you use?
Well, I found out through your newspaper is very helpful. I was reading the Sunday paper one day and I saw this ad. I thought, boy, that would be sharp. Mr. Williams would autograph that. I sent it to him and he sent it back. If a person just reads their newspapers, you can get a lot of ideas What's good, if you have an idea, if you think of somebody that you would like to get an autograph from, jot it down or write a letter. I know sometimes postage can get expensive, but what I usually do is, if I think of somebody, I'll write the letter and I'll just put it aside. When I get a stack of them done, I'll take them down to the mailbox. It helps out.
So you were interested in this Snow White, and you wrote to them through...
I wrote, Andrea Carletti is the voice of Snow White. And this article is really interesting because it tells how Snow White was originated back in 1938. And so I wrote to Ms. Carletti expressing my sincere thanks for Snow White. And what she did, she autographed the ad for Snow White for me. And then, to my complete surprise, she sent me a picture to show how Snow White was formed.
Well, that's nice. That's autographed also, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Well, what are the most valuable autographs to collect?
The most valuable ones are your world leaders. Now, if you would like a world leader, any president, you write him and cure the capital and the state. If you'd like a congressman, write to the United States Congress, care of Washington, D.C. Or if you're interested in any of the senators, you'd write to U.S. Senator, care of Washington, D.C., and they will get their mail.
Okay, well, what other varieties do you have?
Well, there's a wide variety. When you're collecting autographs, you want to go TV stars, movie stars, sports figures, businessmen. I myself take a personal interest to sports. I really enjoy sports. I have a few here that I'd like to share with you. Chris Collinsworth, Merle Olsen, Bo Harris, O.J. Simpson.
That's a nice one.
Isaac Kurz. Dan Ross, who played musical chairs with his career this past season. Earl Campbell. And a few of the other Bengals. What's nice about sports is there's just so many different fields, such as football, baseball. There's some of the old-time baseball greats such as Sandy Koufax, Pete Rose, Hank Aaron, Kyle Yastrzemski, Bill Dickey, Brooks Robinson, who was just inducted into the Hall of Fame just recently, Jim Palmer. These two stirred up a lot of controversy last year with the tar bat situation, George Brett, Billy Martin.
Some nice pictures.
Mickey Mantle, Johnny Bench, Dave Concepcion, Wayne Krasinski, Ron Oster, Tug McGraw, and newly acquired Dave Parker. Voice of Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Joe Nuxall. Then we go into boxing. There you have Jake LaMotta, was known as the Raging Bull. Jerry Cooney, Tommy Ayers, and this is going to be the fight to be. Aaron Pryor, Boom Boom Mancini. Then we go into tennis. Billie Jean King, Tracy Austin, Catherine Rinaldi, Hannah Malukabet. This she sent me a nice personal letter along with the picture, which was very nice to receive. We can go into golf. Then we go to Olympics. Dale Pace, who's from here, Cincinnati here. Kurt Thomas, another person I met in person. Kathy Rigby. Going to bowling. Star kart racing. You can just go on and on.
Yeah, I see that. Well, if people want more information on this subject, say astronauts, well, how would they write to an astronaut?
An astronaut you can write in care of NASA, Houston, Texas, 75088. The astronauts, especially with the shuttles, they're excellent autographs to get. John Glenn, Neil Armstrong, Sally Ride was the first woman in the space shuttle. This is the first Columbia that went up. John Young, Bob Crippen. The Shuttle 2 was Jack DeSota, Gordon Fullerton.
What are the price ranges on just astronauts alone?
It varies, such as you can have a picture such as this one here, Neil Armstrong, that would go for right around $50. And then you could have one of Story Musgrave, which would go for like $125.
That's pretty interesting. If a person wanted more information, though, do you have any other places they could go to?
Well, if they'd like, they can contact me, write me. I'll be more than happy to try to help them out in any which way I can. They can write to me, Tim Waugh, at 4618 Greenlee Avenue, St. Bernard, Ohio, 45217.
Well, that's pretty nice of you. Well, I'd like to thank you a lot for sharing your autographs with me and the viewing audience out there. And once again, I'd like to thank you very much.
Thank you.